For these rails I'm gonna recycle an old skateboard deck because this wood is perfect for it. First taking some measurements of the rails. Then I start by first cutting off the nose and the tail of the board. I basically just want to use the wheelbase part of the board. Also had to rip off the grip. I know with a fan it's way easier, but I don't have one anymore, so it was just peeling and janking it off. Traced some of the measurements of the rails onto the board and started to saw more to the shape of the rails. I just bought this bandsaw, so this is a nice project for me to get familiar with the equipment and just practice with it as well. It runs through the wood very smoothly, so it went very nice. Now the length is right and I'm just gonna cut this into the actual rails. Again a little measurement and I trace it onto the wood so I know where to saw. Just follow the line and take your time. That way it will come out most clean. Now I have two separate rails. Now I'm gonna make this angle. So I adjusted the bandsaw to this so I can just cut them off. Next step is to mark the holes where I will drill. With this thin one I go all the way through and I'm making 4 holes per rail. Now I'm gonna use a thicker drill and this one goes around halfway through so the screws fits in nice into the rail. After I'm just sanding it down to get rid of the sharp edges and then you will see that I have the raw shape of the rails, which look pretty nice. Now I'll just give the rails a finish with some clear coat and the rails are basically done, so it's time to put them on the skateboard. I always line them out like this, so I use the inner part of the rail and I line it out with the inner part of my wheels. That's my rule for it. It's better to screw them in by hand, but I don't have a hand drill, so I just do it electric. I think the wooden rails look really sick on the skateboard. It's pretty nice and it looks a lot better than plastic ones, I'd say. I definitely want to experiment more with this and make some other versions as well, but I'm really hyped on how they came out. Now of course I just gotta test them and skate them and see how they actually slide on some board slide tricks. Of course I had to start with just a normal backside board slide, which felt really perfect actually. So after I straight went for the board hurricane, which is one of my favorite tricks to do with these board rails, and it worked very well as well. Again, I'm very happy with these and can't wait to skate them more actually. So see you guys in the next vid.